So hi, welcome to Onfido offices. It's great to have you all here. Thanks for coming. Tonight we're going to be talking about some of the challenges with putting machine learning into action in practice, and also exploring some of the bigger questions around artificial intelligence in general and the kind of quality concerns around that. So we've got a couple of awesome speakers tonight. We've got Adam from Dragonfly and Puriya from Onfido. But before I introduce them formally, I thought I'd take a few minutes to set the scene a little bit and give you an idea as to why these topics are so important to us here at Onfido. So Onfido, oh, that didn't change. Hold on. Got it. There you go. So Onfido does identity verification at the speed of light. And that's hard. And the reason that's hard, or one of the reasons that that's hard, is because there's 200 odd countries in the world, and each of those countries has multiple forms of ID and different variants of each. So you've got literally thousands of different documents across the world. So our users, or our clients, use us to help onboard their users. And we help them achieve improvements in uptake, in automation, and in user experience. And the way that the product works is, firstly, we check that your photo ID is genuine. Then we take a selfie and check that there's a match. And then finally, we have a video liveness check. So at Onfido, we think that identity verification is the next big challenge of the digital age. The current model is largely broken. And the reason I say that is that, firstly, identity theft is a huge problem. So it's actually the fastest growing crime in the US, and over 40 million Americans have suffered from identity theft. And secondly, there's billions of people around the world who suffer from exclusion, financial exclusion. And even in the UK, Experian have reported earlier this year that over 8 million people are excluded from the bulk of financial services. So identity verification for the digital age needs to be secure, it needs to be scalable, and it needs to be fast. And really, the only way to solve that is machine learning. Firstly, machine learning driven software can detect fakes that humans simply can't. It turns out that humans are actually really bad at recognizing unfamiliar faces. There was a study done, academic study, on people's ability to match real life faces to photos, and they found that there was a 14% miss rate on fraudulent photos. The interesting thing is that study was done with trained passport control agents. So there's no real difference between your kind of average person's ability to spot the differences versus a trained individual. Secondly, it can scale to thousands of documents on demand. So it can reliably classify thousands of different documents, which is obviously beyond what an individual or group of human agents could do. And then finally, automation allows us to do that really fast. So Onfido have a vision of an open world where identity is the key to access. And to support that vision, we have a range of different initiatives that we do, innovation initiatives. And one such initiative is something we call portable identity. And this is about having consumer-controlled, reusable identity credentials. And this can be a game changer for individuals' ability to secure and control their identity and their privacy. So when we're working on big global identity issues like this, we obviously can't do it alone. We do it in collaboration with various groups and a lot of consultation. So on this particular initiative, Portable Identity, we're working with the FCA in the FCA sandbox, trialing or piloting the whole concept with a number of fintechs. And we also work with a number of other relevant groups like the Fast Identity Online Alliance and the Better Identity Coalition in the US, and a number of other relevant groups. So in summary, Onfido live in these two worlds, and we're bringing these two worlds together of identity and artificial intelligence. And both those areas raise a bunch of very important and interesting quality concerns. So when it comes to identity, security and privacy is front and center, and AI raises a whole host of interesting questions such as around provability, controllability, bias, and so on. So in short, trust and safety are more important than ever. And as AI touches more and more of our lives, it's going to become all the more relevant to all of us. So the things we're going to be hearing about and talking about this evening are particularly relevant, and I think you're going to find them very interesting. So that's me.